Of Nelson Mandela Bay Mayor Athol Trollip. He was removed by a vote of no confidence in the council in the late hours of yesterday. UDM councillor Mongameli Bobani is now the new mayor.
Maimani says last night's council sitting in Port Elizabeth is a political coup by a coalition of the ANC, UDM and EFF. A motion of no confidence in Trollip succeeded when the UDM's Mongameli Bobani voted with the opposition, while the DA's Mbulelo Manyati abstained. The DA believes the Municipal Structures Act was breached.
What took place yesterday was an act upon which a newly formed coalition was then brought on the table. This is a coalition of the ANC, the UDM and the EFF. It realigns our politics in South Africa as these parties now come together. They came together to, in many ways, undermine the will of the electorate by electing a mayor of a party that only has 2% of the vote and ultimately make a mock of council, a mockery of government, and ultimately insult the people of Nelson Mandela Bay. We've taken a resolute decision to say that the council decision to remove Athol Trollip as executive mayor, we will be taking that on legal review. We're of the opinion that the sitting was procedurally invalid and lacked the legitimate authority to elect a new speaker and then subsequently to pass a motion of no confidence in the executive mayor. So therefore, post what took place yesterday, the election of the ANC's councillor Bulelo Mafaya as a speaker and the motion of no confidence, we believe we will proceed and seek out the best ways to declare those proceedings invalid.
But EFF leader has welcomed the removal of Trollip. Malema says these are the outcomes of a party that shows arrogance.
This arrogance was demonstrated by the DA's refusal to vote for expropriation of land without compensation in Parliament to allow black people to have access to the land. In essence, the white-dominated DA is rejecting the sharing of land which was taken through a crime against the humanity of black people. The second show of arrogance by the white-dominated DA is conducting business in the metros as if they have won elections with an absolute majority. They do not consult other parties and had neglected black communities in the delivery of services. Whoever wants to govern needs the humility to work and cooperate with other political parties, something Trollip does not have.
Meanwhile, Trollip insists that he's still the mayor of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro.
They know that there's an election coming. They were desperate to take over that city. The public purse is fatter than it's ever been before in Nelson Mandela Bay, and the stakes are very high. There's a national election coming, and they needed access to that purse. So we saw the ANC, the UDM, and the EFF collaborate with one DA councillor to oust this administration of ours, a coalition government that had fulfilled its promises of delivery to the people. They collaborated to get rid of us, but their contrivance was, we believe, unlawful. And we're going to challenge that. We're going to challenge it in the courts because we believe that the MEC undermined or overrode the responsibility of the city manager, and we believe that he overreached.
The EFF has also questioned the basis of the DA's court challenge.
The court must tell us, why would the same meeting which removed the speaker can't remove the mayor? That's how we have said to you, Trollip is such an important person in the DA, not because of anything, because of the color of his skin.
Msimang says the motion of no confidence against him is inexplicable.
Since my action has shown my administration's stance on issues of allegations of corruption and wrongdoing, and my seriousness in acting against possible corruption that is there. So I've taken a stance to say that we need to make sure that we investigate and deal with allegations and make sure that we remain an accountable government. So why a motion of no confidence when somebody has decided to act is now being put up? Serious questions need to be asked about the sponsors of the motion, appreciating that no one is being accused of anything. Why are there resisting scrutiny and accountability in terms of the project management unit that has been put together? Why is there now a question, while we are now saying that there needs to be a further investigation into who was responsible, if there is any wrongdoing? Now, if there's no wrongdoing, then the investigation will tell us that there is no wrongdoing. But why then derail? Why then get to suspend or want somebody who's calling for the action that you've been calling for to be then removed from office?
The ANC's Dr. Khosi Maipa says the ANC will lobby political parties to support the no-confidence motion. Come 2019 elections, the political landscape is likely to have changed, particularly in the country's metros. With coalitions looking increasingly unsustainable, political parties will have to work much harder to ensure they win with bigger percentages. Lehana Tsotetsi, SABC News, Johannesburg.